I was scrolling through my Reddit feed when I saw a post that caught my attention. It was a giveaway for the newest iPhone, and all I had to do to enter was to provide my address in the comments. As someone who was always being a fan of Apple products, I couldn't resist the opportunity to possibly win the newest addition to their collection. Without much thought, I quickly typed in my address and clicked submit. I didn't think of anything of it, assuming that the person hosting the giveaway would just randomly select a winner from the comments. Little did I know, my decision to enter would lead to a nightmare I could never have imagined. A few days passed, and I had completely forgotten about the giveaway. That was until I received a strange package in the mail. It had no return address, and inside was a photo of the front of my house. Confused and slightly unnerved, I brushed it off as some weird prank and went about my day. But then, it started happening regularly. Every few days, I would receive another package with a photo of my house, but this time, it was from a different angle. It wasn't just the outside of my house either. These photos were getting closer and closer to my windows. I started feeling uneasy and decided to delete the Reddit post just in case it was somehow related. But the photos kept coming, each one getting more and more intrusive. One day, I received a photo of my living room with my TV clearly visible. Another day, it was a photo of my backyard where my kids often played. I couldn't shake off the feeling that someone was watching me, gathering information about my life from a distance. I started getting paranoid, constantly checking my windows and locking my doors. I even considered going to the police, but what could I tell them? That I entered a giveaway on Reddit and now I'm being stalked? It sounded ridiculous even to me. But then, I received a photo that shook me to my core. It was a detailed shot of my bedroom with my clothes scattered on the floor and my personal belongings on display. How did this person even get into my house? I immediately called the police and they took the situation seriously, sending officers to investigate. They found evidence that someone had been inside my house, going through my things and taking photos. My worst fears were confirmed when they showed me a printout of my Reddit's post with all the addresses that were submitted in the comments section. I was not the only victim. There were over 100 addresses in that list. Feeling violated and angry, I started to dig deeper into the Reddit post. I wanted to find out who these people were and how they were able to gain access to my home. It didn't take long for me to find the original poster, a user with the name Giveaway Guru. I clicked on their profile and my blood ran cold when I saw that they had no other posts or comments. It was like they created their account just to host this giveaway. I couldn't believe it. This person had lured us all in the promise of a prize and then used our addresses to invade our privacy and stalk us. I contacted the police with all the information I had gathered, and they were able to track down this person behind Giveaway Guru. It turned out to be a young man who had a history of cyberstalking and had been banned from several social media platforms. He had used a fake address to receive the packages with the photos, making it almost impossible to trace him. But now that he was caught, he had no choice but to confess. He explained that he had a fascination with people's lives and wanted to see how they lived through their windows and belongings. He had come up with the idea for the giveaway as a way to get access to multiple addresses without raising suspicion. As he was taken away by the police, I couldn't help but feel a mix of emotions. On one hand, I was relieved that it was all over and he was off the streets. But on the other hand, I was still haunted by the fact that he had been inside my house, seeing things that only my family and I should have access to. The police advised us all to change our locks and more cautious with our personal information online. They also warned us to be aware of any suspicious activities or packages being delivered to our homes. It was a wake-up call for me, a reminder that not everyone online is who they claim to be. I couldn't help but feel guilty for not being more careful and falling for such a dangerous trap. But I couldn't shake off the anger towards the person who had violated my privacy and the privacy of so many others. I may have lost trust in the safety of my home, but I gained a valuable lesson about the dangers of the internet and the importance of protecting our personal information. From now on, I will think twice before entering a giveaway or giving out my address online. It's a small price to pay for the safety and security of my family and myself.